Listen closely, for what I am about to share may determine whether you rise to greatness or sink into the shadows of forgotten men. The golden key that has unlocked every door of success in my life, and in the lives of all who have achieved anything worthwhile, is persistence. Without it, talent rots, genius fades, and education becomes nothing but empty words. But with persistence, even the humblest man becomes unstoppable. Now ask yourself, do you have that fire within you that refuses to die when the storm rages? Or are you like the countless souls who surrender at the first sign of difficulty? Because the truth is simple. Life will test you again and again, and those who quit are buried by mediocrity, while those who persist carve their names into history. Pause for a moment and imagine, what would your life look like if you never allowed yourself to quit? If every setback became fuel, if every rejection became a stepping stone, if every failure was nothing more than a whisper telling you, try again, would that not make you unstoppable? Remember this. Persistence is not an act. It is a state of mind. It is the refusal to surrender. The iron within your soul that bends but never breaks. It is the unseen power that lifts ordinary men into extraordinary destinies. And here is the great secret. You cannot wait until the storm arrives to decide whether you will persist. No, you must program your mind in advance. You must decide now, this very moment, that nothing will make you quit. Not poverty, not rejection, not heartbreak, not even failure itself. Because failure is nothing but a test. Do you understand that? Every failure is a question life asks you. How badly do you want it? And every time you rise again, your answer thunders louder than words. Think about it. The world is full of men with talent, yet they live in obscurity. The world is full of men with education, yet they struggle in mediocrity. Why? Because they lack persistence. They lack the steel nerve to keep going when others fall away. Now let me ask you directly. When was the last time you gave up too soon? When was the last time you surrendered just one step before victory? If that stings your heart, good. Because that pain is your reminder that you can never allow it again. Life will not hand you success on a silver platter. Life will test your spirit. It will push you down, drag you through dirt, make you doubt yourself. But persistence is the voice inside that says, stand up again. It is the power that whispers, this is not your end, this is only your test. And let me give you a warning. These tests are never scheduled. The persistence test comes unannounced, like a thief in the night. You may wake tomorrow to find your plans destroyed, your dreams shattered, your hopes crushed. In that moment, the world will watch you. Will you bow your head in defeat, or will you rise with greater determination than ever before? This is the battlefield of persistence. And every time you stand your ground, you are forging yourself into steel. Epictetus once wrote, circumstances do not make the man. They reveal him to himself. My friend, when the storms of life come, and they will, they are not sent to break you. They are sent to show you who you truly are. You see, every crisis is a mirror. It reveals whether you are a weak reed that snaps in the wind, or an oak tree that bends but never breaks. Which one are you? Do not fear crises. Do not curse them. Welcome them, because every difficulty is shaping you, forging you, making you unshakable. Each time you refuse to quit, you are writing the proof of your greatness. And I promise you this, if you persist long enough, the world itself cannot deny you. Obstacles will fall, critics will grow silent, doors will open where none existed before. You will become, quite literally, unstoppable. But listen carefully, persistence is not blind stubbornness. It is intelligent determination. It is the ability to adapt, to change your plan, but never your purpose. It is the art of going over, under, around, or through every obstacle, but never turning back. The question then is simple. Will you persist when the world tells you no? Will you keep moving when every voice whispers that it is impossible? Will you hold your ground when others have long since walked away? Because persistence, my friend, is the true measure of your belief in yourself. If you give up, it means you never truly believed. But if you press on, no matter the cost, you declare to the universe that you are worthy of victory. And let me tell you a truth that many men will never understand. Most people fail not because they lack ability, but because they quit too soon. They stop 3 feet from gold. They surrender just one day before success. Will you allow that to be your story? Or will you swear here and now that you will never quit until victory is yours? Remember, persistence is the one quality that makes you invincible. With it, no defeat is final. Without it, no success can last. So here is your challenge. Look at the greatest difficulty you are facing today. Ask yourself, what lesson is hidden within this struggle? What strength is being born inside me right now? Because if you can find the lesson, you will find the power. And that power will become your fuel. That power will drive you forward no matter the obstacles. That power will make you unstoppable. Mark my words, persistence is the secret that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary, the forgotten from the legendary. Choose persistence, and nothing on this earth can deny you. Now listen closely, for this is only the beginning. What I have just told you is the foundation, but in the next stage, I will reveal the deeper laws of persistence, the exact steps by which you can train your mind to never quit, to endure storms that would destroy lesser men, and to rise above every failure with greater strength than before. Are you ready? Then stay with me, because in the next part, the real transformation begins. Now the real transformation begins. You see, persistence is not simply about refusing to quit. It is about building a mental fortress so strong that no storm can shake it, no doubt can crack it, and no failure can penetrate it. Without this fortress, you are at the mercy of circumstances. With it, you are master of your destiny. Ask yourself right now, have you built such a fortress within, or are you still living at the mercy of your emotions, your moods, and the opinions of other people? Because persistence demands mastery over self. Without self-mastery, persistence collapses like a house of cards. Here is a truth few ever realize. Persistence is not born in the moment of crisis. It is cultivated daily, in the small decisions you make, in the promises you keep to yourself, in the disciplines you practice when no one is watching. Think of persistence as a muscle. If you do not train it, it weakens. If you challenge it daily, it grows stronger, until one day it becomes unbreakable. Pause here and consider. Are you training your persistence muscle every day? Or are you letting it atrophy, making yourself fragile in the face of life's storms? Because the man who cannot keep a small promise to himself will never endure the great battles of destiny. The man who cannot persist in daily discipline will collapse when confronted with the weight of true trials. So I ask you, what daily disciplines are you persisting in right now? Do you rise early when your body begs you to stay in bed? Do you push forward with your work even when results are delayed? Do you hold your tongue when anger tempts you because you are persistent in mastering your emotions? These are not small matters. They are the foundation of greatness. For persistence is not something you suddenly turn on. It is something you live, day after day, moment after moment, until it becomes the very fiber of your being. Let me share with you a secret that changed my own life. Persistence is fueled by a definite purpose. Without a burning purpose, persistence is impossible. Because why would a man endure hardship if he does not know what he is enduring it for? Look around you. Those who quit quickly are those who never truly knew their purpose. But the man with a definite aim, the man whose desire burns like fire, he will persist when others fall away. So I ask you, what is your definite purpose? Do you know it? Have you written it down? Have you burned it into your subconscious mind so deeply that nothing can erase it? Because if you have not, you will struggle to persist. But if you have, then persistence becomes natural, automatic, unstoppable. Think of Thomas Edison. He failed 10,000 times before creating the light bulb. Why did he persist? Because his purpose was definite. He had burned the idea so deeply into his soul that no setback could remove it. 10,000 failures were nothing but 10,000 lessons. Think of Abraham Lincoln. He faced defeat after defeat. Loss in business, loss in elections, personal tragedies beyond what most men could endure. Yet he persisted, and in the end, he became one of the greatest leaders in history. Why? Because he had a vision. a purpose larger than his pain. Do you see the pattern? Persistence is not blind endurance. It is the expression of a burning desire backed by a definite purpose. Without desire, persistence fades. With desire, persistence grows stronger with every setback. So let me challenge you. What is your burning desire? Is it wealth? Is it freedom? Is it greatness? Is it to lift your family from poverty? Is it to write your name in the pages of history? Whatever it is, it must be clear, definite, and powerful enough to fuel your persistence through every storm. Now listen carefully, because here is the turning point. Persistence is not just a quality of character, it is also a strategy. It is the intelligent application of determination. That means you do not simply beat your head against the wall. You find a way around, over, under, or through it. How many men have failed because they mistook stubbornness for persistence? They refused to adapt, refused to change course, refused to learn from failure. That is not persistence. That is foolishness. Persistence, true persistence, learns. It adjusts. It bends without breaking. It grows stronger with every defeat. It is flexible like water, yet unstoppable like a flood. So ask yourself, are you being stubborn or are you being persistent? The difference will decide your destiny. Here is the formula: a burning desire, a definite purpose, daily disciplines, and the willingness to adapt. Combine these, and you have true persistence. And with true persistence, no setback is permanent, no defeat is final, and no obstacle can stand forever. Now imagine what your life would look like if you applied this formula relentlessly. Imagine persisting daily in your goals, persisting in mastering your habits, persisting in controlling your mind, persisting in adapting to every challenge. Do you see it? That vision of yourself, stronger, wiser, unstoppable. That is who you were meant to be. But beware, persistence will always be tested, and often the test will come disguised as temporary defeat. Most men quit at the first defeat, never realizing that success was waiting just one step beyond. Do not let that be your story. Decide now that defeat is only temporary. Decide now that you will rise again, no matter how many times you fall. Decide now that you will persist until success is inevitable. Because here is the ultimate truth. Persistence guarantees results. Not always immediately, not always in the form you expect, but inevitably. The man who persists cannot be denied forever. The universe itself bends to the will of persistence. So I leave you with this challenge. Today, write down your definite purpose. Write it clearly. Then promise yourself you will persist daily in its pursuit. And when defeat comes, and it will, remind yourself it is only temporary. Then rise again, for in the next stage, I will reveal the final key: how to transform persistence into an unstoppable force of nature, so powerful that the world itself cannot resist you. Stay with me. Your destiny is calling. And now we stand at the edge of revelation. You have walked with me through the necessity of persistence. You have felt its power. And you have seen how a burning desire fused with a clear purpose can carry a man through storms that would crush the ordinary soul. But there is one more truth, one more layer to this law of success that separates those who rise to greatness from those who remain in mediocrity. The truth is this: persistence is not meant to be carried alone. Alone you can endure much, but with the right alliance, your persistence transforms into a force of destiny. No empire in history, no fortune ever amassed, no movement that shook the world was ever the work of a solitary man. Behind every titan of success stood allies, mentors, a mastermind group, a network of minds and spirits united for a common purpose. Think of this carefully. Persistence is the fire, but the alliance is the wind that fans it into a blaze. Alone you may flicker. Together you become unstoppable. Andrew Carnegie, the steel magnate, once confessed that his true secret was not steel nor strategy, but his mastermind alliance, men who shared his vision, who lent him their wisdom, and who helped shoulder the weight of his mission. Henry Ford had his circle. Thomas Edison had his laboratory of minds. Even the greatest generals, the most brilliant leaders, the inventors who changed the course of civilization, all had a circle of strength around them. So I ask you, who stands in your circle? Are you walking this path alone, weary and burdened? Or have you gathered around you men and women who will not let you fall, who will hold you accountable, who will feed your persistence when your own spirit runs dry? Because here is a secret many will never hear. Persistence is contagious. Surround yourself with quitters, and you will breathe in their poison. Surround yourself with fighters, and you will catch their fire. Pause and reflect. Who are the 5 people closest to you right now? Do they lift you higher, or do they drain your resolve? Do they fuel your persistence, or do they whisper words of doubt and resignation? This may be the most critical decision you ever make, because your destiny is tied to your alliances. But let us not stop here. Persistence fed by alliances creates momentum, and momentum, once achieved, becomes a law unto itself. Imagine a great wheel, heavy and immovable. At first you push and it barely stirs. You push again, sweat pouring, and it moves but a fraction. This is the beginning of persistence, hard, slow, and thankless. But if you continue, if you gather allies to push with you, something miraculous happens. The wheel begins to turn with less effort, faster and faster, until it spins with such force that nothing can stop it. This is the law of compounding persistence. Every effort adds to the momentum. Every day you refuse to quit. Every setback you rise from. Every ally who joins your cause. It all compounds. It all builds until the wheel of your destiny moves with a power far greater than your own. Now hear me well. At this stage, life will test you with its most cunning weapon, the illusion of final defeat. Just when your momentum is about to break through, life disguises success in the cloak of disaster. It will present you with what appears to be your greatest failure, a door slammed in your face, an opportunity lost forever. Most men retreat here. They do not know that hidden within that defeat lies the very seed of their victory. Think back to every man who achieved greatness, and you will find this moment in his story. Edison faced financial ruin, yet it led him to innovations that reshaped the world. Ford faced lawsuits and ridicule, yet it forced him to sharpen his resolve and revolutionize industry. Lincoln faced political disaster after disaster, yet each one forged the iron of his character until he was ready to bear the weight of a nation's destiny. What about you? When life delivers its harshest blow, will you see it as the end, or will you see through the disguise, recognize the test, and claim the hidden opportunity? Understand this clearly. Temporary defeat is not failure. Failure exists only when you accept defeat as final. Until then, every setback is a teacher, every loss a lesson, every disappointment a stepping stone. And here lies the alchemy of persistence. Its ability to transmute defeat into strength. Every time you rise after falling, you are not the same man who fell. You are wiser, tougher, more disciplined, and closer to your vision. The blow that could have destroyed you has instead refined you. This is the secret that the masses never learn. They think success is a straight line, a smooth road paved with luck and opportunity. But the truth is brutal and liberating. Success is born from the ashes of 1,000 defeats, resurrected by persistence again and again, until the world itself surrenders. So I put before you the question that will define your destiny. Will you surrender to defeat, or will you demand that defeat surrender to you? Do not underestimate this choice, because at the moment of decision, when everything seems lost, when your allies are gone, when the world mocks you, persistence whispers one final word: try again. And in that whisper lies the power to move mountains, to bend destiny, to carve your name into the eternal record of mankind. But let us dig even deeper. Persistence is not merely the ability to endure. It is the art of directing faith. Faith is the fuel. Persistence is the steering wheel. Without persistence, faith wanders aimlessly. Without faith, persistence becomes blind struggle. But when united, they form the most potent force available to man. When you persist with faith, you no longer see obstacles as enemies. You see them as instruments. You no longer curse the storm. You harness its wind. You no longer fear the night. You use it to sharpen your vision. Faith persistence transforms the battlefield of life. It turns losses into teachers, delays into preparation, rejection into redirection. It whispers to you in the midnight hour, Not yet, but soon. It strengthens you in the dark so that you may shine in the light. And so we arrive at the pinnacle. Persistence joined with faith, guided by purpose, reinforced by alliances, compounding with momentum, transforming defeat into triumph. This is the formula of legends, the very law by which men turn desire into destiny. But listen carefully, for there is one final element we must unlock. For persistence, as mighty as it is, can still be broken if the mind is left unguarded. The battlefield is not out there. It is in here, within your own thoughts. The next revelation will show you how to master your mind so completely that no defeat can shake you, no fear can bind you, and no power on earth can prevent you from the greatness that is your birthright. Stay with me, for what comes next is the crown of all achievement.